My name is Philip Tummarello. That's Tummarello. I am a retired sergeant inspector from the San Francisco Police Department. I implemented, oversaw, and supervised the Elder Abuse Task Force in the San Francisco Police Department. And many issues have been raised, but, and please, I'm not questioning anybody's motives or sincerity, the proponents. I'm sure what they experienced was real. But I would say that one needs to look at the law of unintended consequences. Elder abuse, financial elder abuse nationally is a big business to the tune of $2.9 billion. 51% of these offenses are committed by strangers, 34% by people they know, including families and neighbors. Cases that I have submitted to you here in writing, the documentation there too. There's one particular case involving 8 elders who were targeted over a 10-year period, ultimately resulting in charges of homicide. All these people were purported to be relatives. They were all legal heirs, and through the mechanism of joint tenancy, which appears to be legal, upon death, that bypasses the probate system in review, and the sole surviving joint tenant then is the sole proprietor of real property. In that case, by the way, my victims ranged from age 84 to 96. Their aggregate wealth was $6 million, and this is a serious problem. Montana already has a suicide rate that is 4 times the national average. I have provided you documentation with that. Those documents come from the Center of Disease Control. In the elderly population, it is the upper end is 39.8 per 100,000. The real issue on elder financial abuse, and this also includes dependent adults over the age of 18 who are either cognitively or physically challenged. The real issue is testamentary capacity, particularly as it relates to financial issues. Somebody can seemingly be just fine to their family, to their friends, to people who know them. And it really isn't until they are examined by a geriatric psychologist or psychiatrist can a determination of lack of testamentary capacity really be accurately evaluated. Loneliness drives elderly people to associate with people they don't know, and in the conveyance of their trust and value systems, which are betrayed by artful and designing persons, shall we say, they become victimized. Those who survive elder financial abuse are impacted significantly, both psychologically and financially. And the issue of autonomy is an important one, and it's often an illusory one. None of us are autonomous. We are all connected to each other. And what happens to one happens to all. And I would urge you to reflect, and think of the cause of allowing this mechanism, even with the best of intentions, to become codified by the state, because you will be providing an avenue of abuse to explode exponentially. Not only within this state, there are estimated to be over 21,000 cases of elder abuse in the state of Montana. Excuse me. And the cases that I have been directly involved with and overseen have involved active and conscious aiding and abetting by pharmacists, medical staff, attorneys, and process servers, even police officers. One of my cases was a police officer from Los Angeles that came up to San Francisco and managed to steal $70,000 from a woman in the early stages of Alzheimer's. So I would suggest to you that this mechanism, and not every family is fully functional, where the interests of the patient are being represented by those who are family members or represented to be family members. And my final comment is this. In the United States, as of 2010, 98,000 patients were killed in American hospitals unintentionally, by accident. Codifying the administration of lethal doses of medication, however well intended, is opening an avenue for tragedy that I don't really think the Montana state should participate in. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, please.